Welcome to 2025 and to the second half of our school year. I'm so excited about the many things ahead, but in particular we had a big board meeting in December where the school board elected a new school board president, President Marnie Maraldo, and voted to put a bond on the ballot for the special election to be held on February 11th. So I'm here with President Maraldo to hear from her about effective school boards as well as some big things on tap for this year and specifically the bond itself. So over to you, President Maraldo.
Well, thank you. I am really excited about this year and the opportunity to lead the board once again. You know, this is my 16th year on the school board, which is really hard to believe. But over that time, I've served with some wonderful school board members who have really been dedicated to ensuring that students succeed. And right now, I would say the same for our current school board makeup. Although we may have different learning styles, maybe different leadership styles, one thing we do have that is together is that we want every student to achieve their full potential. One of the ways that we do that is through student learning, and we're really focusing our attention, and it's something that's been an interest for me throughout my entire career as a school board member, is how do we support all learners? We're really looking at the opportunity for all learners to be together with their peers. So whether they're a wiggly learner like I definitely had, whether they struggle with reading, or maybe they're on an individual education plan or a 504 plan, they're learning together with their peers, and we have really high expectations for learning.
How does the board consider whether or not the district and our staff are effective at reaching all of our diverse learners?
Well, something new that the board did a couple of years ago is we put together, through community feedback, through district feedback, we put together a strategic plan. So we're in year 2 of that strategic plan and being able to take the opportunity to evaluate how we're doing so far, look at areas that we might need to make adjustments, and then to be able to move forward to really ensure that we're helping close many of the gaps in learning that we see so that students can be successful.
And one of the areas of the strategic plan has certainly been around a focus on how we are reimagining the experiences at the high school level. And the bond is an important part of that. So talk to us more about the bond that's upcoming on the election cycle.
It's true that one of the ways we need to address student learning is to address the overcrowding in our high schools. And that has been a problem since 2014 is when the board really first looked at how do we address overcrowding to be able to provide students the opportunity to be known by name, strength, and need, to have opportunities for leadership, for involvement in activities or athletics, and to be able to meet their teacher in their teacher's room. So there's an opportunity on the ballot for a $231.6 million bond to help us do this work. It will address overcrowding in the high schools. It will address an opportunity for student learning so that they are earnings ready by the time they graduate from high school. And it will also provide a very important need, which is a focus on security and safety for our students. We know students will learn best if they're in a safe environment and feel confident of that. So some of those changes like the vestibules at the high schools or an upgrade to our security systems throughout all of the buildings in the district is going to be very, very important.
And there's also even some additional capacity plan for Liberty High School as well to enhance and foster greater opportunities for career preparation and learning opportunities.
Yes, and I'm very excited about those opportunities for students.
Fantastic. Talk to us about what we might expect that's a bit different and additive to our general video and communication series.
I know there's been a lot of questions that the community has had, and so we want to be able to address that in 2 distinct ways. The first one is we're anticipating having a town hall for the community on January 23rd so that you can ask us direct questions where it's an opportunity for us to be there to answer, to hear from the community. You know, we're elected officials. We're here to serve you, and we do that by helping govern the district, but we need to be able to hear from you and know it's important to our community. The second area is there's questions that it's really hard to find answers to, and our community has questions that we want to be able to address in a different way. So Board Director Sydney Mullings and I will be teaming together to create smaller podcasts where we can answer those questions that members of the community have. I mean, how are schools funded? How are buildings funded? How are we going to provide better oversight? So I think those things are really important for us to address in new ways.
And when you talk about what our revenue sources are, whether it's to enhance programming or to build and construct better spaces for students and learning, the bond will help support that. But specifically, you mentioned oversight. And to complement what the board is also doing this month to share information but also engage with the community, the district will be hosting a deep dive into what our finances are in support of our capital projects. And so we invite the community to also come and learn more about that. But it takes a lot of time and effort to be able to communicate, to engage, and so I appreciate your effort and energy on that, President Maraldo, and I would like to thank all of our school board members. It is School Board Appreciation Month, and so with all of that effort, time, and energy as volunteers, even though you are an elected official, it is above and beyond in your day-to-day work. So thank you for all of that, and we look forward to seeing you out in the community a bit more and to hearing what kinds of questions you do have about all of our work ahead of us. Thank you.